Hey guys, how are you? So if you're watching this video, it means you have been assigned to Guitar 2 for the song Counting Stars. If you are not Guitar 2 in Counting Stars, then this is not the video for you and stop watching it and go watch your specific video. If you're still here, it means that you are Guitar 2 for Counting Stars, so let's begin, okay, with this guitar tutorial. Now, the first thing you need to learn is that we're going to be using power chords for this song. Now, power chords can sound difficult, but they're very easy, okay? So if you're using a power chord starting on the 6th string, it's very easy to make them. Just, for example, let's say I'm beginning right like this thing right here on the 6th string, 5th fret, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To do the power chord, I just simply go a string up and then 2 frets up. So we have this, those 2 notes. That shape is the power chord. It doesn't matter where you play it, it's gonna be a power chord, like this, or here, or here, or way up here. It doesn't matter, that's gonna be a power chord. It's always the same shape. You begin here, you go a string up, and then 2 frets up. Okay, the same thing happens if you begin on the 5th string. For example, let's say here, you go a string up, and then 2 frets up, and you have these 2 notes. So this is a power chord on the 5th string, as well as this, or this, or this, or this, or this. And if I go from here to the 6th string, okay, now you can do it with your index finger and your pinky. That's how I do it. You can also do it with your index finger and your ring finger, okay, like this. I prefer the pinky. Do the one that it's the most comfortable for you, okay? You can do it with the pinky or with the ring finger, okay? So that is like the basic power chord theory. Now, what chords we're going to be using for this song? First, we have the C sharp 5. Now, 5, every time you see a chord with the 5 in it, it means it is a power chord. That is how you label power chords, okay, with the 5. So C sharp 5 is going to be the power chord that we have beginning on the 5th string, 4th fret, here. So this is going to be the C sharp 5 power chord. Okay, the next chord we have is E5, also on the 5th string. So we're simply going to slide this shape all the way up to the 7th fret. This is the 4th fret, so it's 5, 6, 7. This is the E power chord, okay, E5. So again, we have C sharp 5 and E5. Then we have the B5, which is simply moving this shape 1 string up, all the way up here. Okay, so we're in E5, and then we go to B5. Let me play it. E5, then B5. Here, also on the 7th fret. And finally, we have A5, which is the same shape as here on the 6th string, but 2 frets down. 1, 2. A5. So again, we have C sharp 5, then E5, then B5, and then A5. Now, what's the strumming pattern going to be? For that, let me go to a different document so you can see exactly how it is. Okay, so here we have the chord chart for Counting Stars. Okay, now in the intro, you're not going to play. This is only going to be played by guitar 1. Okay, so you stay silent for 4 bars. Then, when the intro 2 begins, because there is 2 intros, in this intro you will hear that every other instrument joins in, the drums, etc., and you. So the strumming pattern is going to be simply doing, for example, let me do it on only on the C sharp 5. Okay, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. okay? Only on the C#5, for example, okay? But in the actual song, you're gonna have one bar for C#5, one bar for E5, one bar for B5, and one bar for A5. And that's going to be repeated the entire song, unless here in the chord chart you see that there's a stop. I will let you know. So for example, let me play the intro 2, okay? And here, always be aware of how many times you're going to play, because for example, here it says play 2 times, these 4 bars. But for example, here in the verse, it says play 4 times, these 4 bars, okay? So for example, let me do the intro 2 complete, the 2 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 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 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, I played the entire thing, the entire chord progression 2 times, okay? Now, when you play this, I count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, meaning that every time I say the number, it's going to have more emphasis, more like an accent. It's not going to be like everything the same, okay? I would give it more of an accent on the numbers, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like the numbers are louder than the ends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay? This is going to be the complicated thing, not the chords, but this. Getting the groove, getting the rhythm. Okay? Why? Because you're going to be playing that the entire song. Okay? So, then after the intro 2, you go to the verse. Okay? When the girl starts singing. And you're going to play the same chord progression we played before, but this time it's going to be for 4 times. After those 4 times, we go to the pre-chorus, okay, which is this little episode of 4 bars right before the chorus, okay? And you're gonna play the A5 for 2 bars with the strumming pattern, and then simply you play here this diamond chord. Every time you see a diamond chord here, it means you only play 1, okay? So let me play the pre-chorus. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and chorus. Okay. Here it says no chord because on that bar you're not gonna play anything. Okay. Then you go to the chorus, which is the same chord progression with the same strumming pattern. The same thing. Okay. Then the instrumental part, which is simply like the part between the chorus and the second verse, okay? It's only 1 time the entire chord progression. Then you go to verse 2, but instead of doing 4 times like here, you're gonna play 3 times, okay? Do not get confused. Why? Because after the 3 times, you go to the pre-chorus, which begins in A5. And that pre-chorus is gonna be exactly the same. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No chord, 2, 3, and chorus. Okay, then you go to the chorus, same thing for 4 times. Then you go after those 4 times of the chorus. It's gonna be a little bit like a little intermission, okay, like in which you're gonna stay for 2 bars in C#5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the girl starts singing the bridge, okay, which is going to be everything again in C#5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you play that thing 2 times. Okay, the entire bridge is going to be C#5 for 8 bars. Then you go to the pre-chorus. Okay, the same thing, but instead of playing the strumming pattern, you're only going to play diamond chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No chord, 2, 3, 4. And then you wait, and then you go to the chorus, okay, which is going to be the same chorus as always. For 4 times. And then the coda, which is simply the same thing as the chorus, okay, the same chord progression we're going to play it 2 times, with the only difference that the second time that we play the entire chord progression, on the last chord, meaning the A5, we're not going to play the starting pattern, we're only going to play 1, the ending. So let me play that coda, but only the second time. Okay, 3 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's the end of the song. Now, one way that you are going to understand this much better is that in Schoology you're going to find another video in which I am going to be playing this specific part, your part, guitar 2, with the original song in the background, okay? The entire song from beginning to end. So when you practice with that video playing in the background, so you know exactly what to play and when to play it, okay? Don't forget to practice a lot. If you need something, help for anything, maybe an extra help session, write me an email, we can work something out. And I will see you next class. Bye-bye.